Photoshop has a very powerful filter called Difference Clouds. You might think it doesn't really do much, but it can be used to create all kinds of different designs, especially combined with other filter effects. Here I've got white and black in the colours, and you can see the result of Difference Clouds. It's white and black. If I go over here, click here, and I can change it to maybe red and black, I can then apply it again, and this time I just go to Filter and Difference Cloud. That just uses the last filter. So Difference Clouds, and you can see the effect there applied to the other design. Now you can apply this to any image, so you can create a vast number of designs if you've got different images, maybe a gradient or text, etc. Let's just remove that. And now I'm going to go with red and black. So Filter, and then just go down here to Render and Difference Clouds. So Difference Clouds, and you can see the result of that. It's slightly unusual because you think, oh, it's going to have some red in it. Obviously, it's a difference cloud. It's not the clouds. So it's red and black. So it's got obviously the blue and it's got white. You can apply it again, of course. You can simply go to Filters, Difference Clouds, and apply it again, and so on. But also what you can do is you can just go over here again, change the colour, maybe go with green, maybe change this, maybe go for orange, say. Again, Filter, and go down to Render and down to Difference Clouds, or use, of course, the repeat, and just apply it, and you can see the result there. What you can also do is you can hold down the Alt or Option key on the keyboard. So just go to the keyboard, hold down the Alt or Option, and that creates a more contrast effect, which is great for creating sort of like marble-like effects. So let's just go to Filter and Difference Clouds, and you can see now you get this slightly more sharper, more contrast effect. So Filters, Difference Clouds, and you can see just hold it down, Alt or Option key, and apply it multiple times to create a sort of marble-like design. And you can apply it obviously multiple times, and you'll get obviously different results each and every time, and you can create some truly really weird designs. Now you can of course combine this with other filters. You don't need to just create it and that's it. You can always of course go to Filter and go down to Stylize, maybe oil paint or other effects. Now another great thing about this is a seamless tile. Now it's only seamless tile if it uses a particular option for the file size. So File or Dimensions. So File and New, and just go over here into the width. So instead of just using anything, you can of course use anything. Perfectly reasonable, you could use 2000 by 2000, 10,000 by whatever. But 128 times, because obviously I can put 1280. I know obviously that's 10 times that. But if I say 15, I can't honestly remember what the value is. So you can put times 15 and then tab off that and you get 1920. And then you can see 1280. You can also, of course, update that if you don't want that one. You can go here, 128 times, I don't know, 7. And you can put anything as long as it's 128 times. And then again, tab off that, and you can see it's 896. I wouldn't have known that. So click Create, and you can see that design. Again, you can do exactly the same. So Filter, Difference Clouds, or go, of course, to the Render menu. So Difference Clouds, and now this design is created. Hold down the Alt or Option for a more contrast effect, and you can, of course, apply it multiple times. So Filter, Difference Clouds, and so on. But this time, it's a seamless tile, a pattern. So you can go to Edit, and Define Pattern. So you can just store it away as a pattern preset. Click OK. And now you can use it, of course, in things like the Edit and Fill. Really great for patterns like that. But also you can go here to Layer, and you've got here New Fill Layer. So you can go for pattern, or maybe use it for shapes. So you've got, if you create a vector shape, you've got the option for solid color, gradient, as well as, of course, pattern. And it can be used for there. So Pattern, and click OK. Now, of course, that's the first one at the top. I don't know why it always selects that one. It would be nice if it selected the one I've just created. There it is. And what you can do, you can now, to see it's a pattern, put 25. So you can see now there's no seams in there. You can also move it around, reposition it, maybe set it to 50, like that, or maybe change the angle, and so on. But it's still a seamless tile, and click OK. Now, of course, the end result is not going to be seamless. But however, let's just undo that. And of course, you can now apply it again if you want to continue. Apply filter effects, much more. So filter, difference clouds, apply it, say like that. But also what you can do, because one of the great things about all the various filters is you can fade it. You can go to edit and fade difference clouds. So you can go fade difference clouds, and it's still going to be seamless. So again, you can just go through here, darken, and you can see the result. Different designs just by going darken, multiply, darker colour, and so on. You can run through those, colour dodge, and so on. And click OK. And again, if you want, simply go to edit and define pattern. Now, if you create a design that's 6,000 by whatever, that will not work as a pattern. I think there's a limit to about 5,000. So you have to remember that. You can't push it beyond that. That might have changed now. I don't know. I haven't checked recently. So click OK. And again, layer, new fill layer, and then pattern. Click OK. And again, of course, it uses the one right at the top of the list, which is very odd. But there's that pattern you just created. And again, scale 50. And you can see there, it's a seamless tile. And click OK. And of course, you can combine that with other designs and combine it with itself, and so on. Create multiple different variations of that. Maybe apply different filters to that design as well. But also what you can do, let's just remove these now. So layer, flatten, edit and fill. Just put it back to white. What you can also do is you can apply it as a smart object. So how to do that? To select any layer, and this one is perfectly reasonable, background. Just go to layer and go to smart objects, convert to smart object. Once you've done that, you can then use these as well. Again, you could also change the colours, perfectly reasonable. But go to filter, and then you can go down here to render, and again, difference clouds. And you can see the effect there. Or maybe, of course, I didn't do that, but hold down the Alt Option key, do exactly the same. Difference clouds, and you can see applied again. And you can do it again. So filter, difference clouds, and you can see you've got it again. Filter, difference clouds, filter, difference clouds, maybe apply it 5 or 10 times. Don't have to, but you can see now you've got lots of these difference clouds. You can then simply, if you don't want them, simply just click there and remove it. Click that and remove it, and so on. And you can double click it and you can see the result there, change. So you just double click, and also just change it, go here, and let's put it blue and go with orange. Let's go change the colour, maybe green. And now you can just change that. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually seem to take any interest in that. It seems still to use the old colours that it was used, but it does actually regenerate itself. Doesn't, unfortunately, use that. It's a weird feature. However, what you can also do with these, you can go over here to Smart Filters and double click that, and it will bring up the blending options. And you can then go here and say, oh, let's go for linear burn, or maybe go for overlay. So you can change your mind, different settings, maybe difference. Click OK. Double click on that one, double click on that, and then go here. Difference again, difference, and you can see, or maybe go with saturation and so on. Just try out different combinations of these settings, and you can just try to create something like that. Very strange, it just changed completely, but you can see you can create some truly unique designs by using it as smart filters. Doesn't work particularly in the way that you think it, I think it should. In this case, I think it is actually, might be using those colours. However, you can see smart filters can be used to create some interesting designs with different clouds. Also, what you can do, of course, with this is you can also add in over here, image, adjustments, and go for some of these. So you might say, you know what, I like the design, but I'm not so keen on the colours. So hue and saturation, you can then say, let's just drag that around, let's just change that, maybe go for purple and green, click OK, and you can see now you've got hue and saturation there on top, and it's just modified all of them, but it's all combined into a smart filter which can then be tweaked at any point. And that is a great way of creating all kinds of designs with the Difference Clouds filter in Photoshop. Photoshop 2024 as well as 2023 and other versions. Now apparently there's been some issues with this, with the latest version. I haven't actually seen any particular difference. Got that difference word in there to it. But however, maybe there might be some changes in different versions of Photoshop. I don't know at this point. Also, please a thumbs up if you really like this video. That's always great. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Always adding new tutorials about all kinds of different applications, different ways of applying different things like effects like this, as well as adjustments and much, much more. If you've got any comments, always great to hear from you. Like I say, have you seen any problems with this difference filter or cloud? Obviously, Difference Clouds, I should call it. Also, the clouds filter itself. Always great to know if that's got some issues as well. Thank you much.